All right, and we're back with the Radio Freaks, radiofreaks.tv, and we have a very special guest with us on the phone tonight.
Extremely special. I cannot wait. Stress Factory, freaking May 12th, 8 p.m., one show. Get tickets, people. 732-545. Ha. That's 732-545-4242.
And you can also go to stressfactory.com for tickets. On the phone with us, the one, the only, the comedian's comedian, Mr. Gilbert Gottfried. How are you, sir?
Yes, I'm a special guest.
Yes, you're a very, very special guest.
And any guest you can get on this show, you should consider a special guest. You know, if like the janitor agrees to sit in for 5 minutes, you should say, "Oh, he's a special guest."
Absolutely.
Just anyone walking down the street at the time who'd be willing to sit in front of the mic. Oh, he's a special guest. It's very special. It means you drool, and people go, "Oh, just don't look directly into their eyes. Take it as a sign of aggression."
Your phone's breaking up a little bit. What was the last thing you said?
They take it. Don't look in their eyes. They take it as a sign of aggression.
I never knew that, but I'll keep that in mind from now on.
You're going to be at the Stress Factory tomorrow night, May 12th, for one show only, 8 o'clock p.m. Have you played the Stress Factory before?
Oh yes, and now this is my special return engagement.
Ah, okay.
So I'm so excited.
How hard did Vinny have to blow you to get you to do this gig?
Well, it's not so much the blowing, but it's the stroking the testicles. That's the selling point here.
The rubbing the balls, as it were.
Yes, rubbing the balls and licking me, as opposed to her.
Wow, John, that was incredible. I have to give you credit. You're not usually one with the good segue, but
thank you. I try very hard.
That leads us to Gilbert.
That was very impressive.
Thank you very much, sir.
Because it just came up in conversation.
Yes. It was a long way to go, but we got there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gilbert,
and people at home are probably listening, going, "Hey, they just happened to be talking, and that just entered into it."
Exactly.
Your new book is called Rubber Balls and Liquor. It's available on Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, Borders, and also Overstock.com. There was an old joke when I was a kid, and the punchline was rubber balls and liquor. And for the life of me, I cannot remember what the joke actually was. But was that what your basis for the name of the book was?
Yeah, it's like the first dirty joke that kids hear.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, I don't know how this joke spread like that, but like everything I say, you say rubber balls and liquor.
Okay.
So I had breakfast today.
Rubber balls and liquor.
I had lunch.
Rubber balls and liquor.
And what are you going to do with your girlfriend tonight?
Rubber balls and liquor.
See,
classic.
It's a classic joke, and that it makes you think. Like, if your girlfriend has balls, then that means she's a transsexual or something.
At 7 years old, kids don't really know about transsexuals, but it's funny. It's funny to the adults.
Yeah. My joke was, the one I always heard was the ketchup and rubber buns.
Oh, see, I think that's when they realized that after years of rubber balls, it wasn't working.
It was a little weird. But that was the one that I go.
Because it's like, I think it was supposed to be that kids were calling breast balls.
Oh, okay.
That's actually
as opposed to looking at a girl with big breasts and going, "Hey, look at the testicles on her."
Right. Yeah. That's kind of along the lines of back in the 80s when Inspector Gadget was big on television as a cartoon. There was a joke where the punchline was very similar, and it was, "What do you do when you meet a girl who you really like? You inspect her gadget," meaning her pussy.
Oh, that's
go.
a good one. Yeah, I'll have to remember that because that's more modern a reference than anything in my act. Too bad Don Adams isn't alive anymore. I'm sure he'd get a big kick out of it.
This is great. We're telling terrible jokes to a comic legend. We should be shot.
Yes.
And you can pick up that book at any one of the places I mentioned before. Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, Borders, or Overstock.com. You can get there from Gilbert's website, GilbertGottfried.com. What is the book about, Gilbert?
About 274 pages. Thank you.
An hour and a half an audiobook.
I knew I should have loaded the rim shot sound effect.
Yes. It's like partly autobiographical, partly just rambling. I mean, it's like what a few people have said is there are parts of the book that seem like they're becoming revealing and warm and sensitive. It quickly veers off into dirty and immature. So it's like talking to me in person.
I was going to say, it's typically something that would be said if someone was having a conversation with you.
Yes, I'd immediately turn it into a penis joke.
You are well associated with. One might almost say that the movie The Aristocrats centers completely around you.
Oh yes, yes. Because in that one, they filmed me at the Hugh Hefner Road,
right?
And where I did a joke. Less than 2 weeks after September 11th. And I said, I have to leave early tonight. I can't get a direct flight. We have to make a stop at the Empire State Building.
Which I think is hilarious.
And
the whole audience gasped and screamed and were booing, and one guy yelled too soon, which I thought he meant I didn't take a long in the setup and the punchline.
Could certainly be that,
And then, after I lose them totally and they're all offended, then I go into the Aristocrat joke, which is about incest and bestiality, and that they're fine with. Yeah.
People's sensibilities, they're so sensitive. They're just so touchy.
It amazes you where the moral line is drawn for some people.
Oh, yeah. People pick and choose where their morality is.
Yeah.
You're also very well known for your appearances on the different Comedy Central roasts. And my wife and I are big fans of The Apprentice. And I've watched a lot of your other roasts appearances as well. But one of the funniest, I thought, was playing a signer for Marlee Matlin and completely just going off cue cards.
Yeah, it was good because in the other ones I just can be obscene. Here, that particular episode, I was obscene and abusing a handicapped person.
And from the looks of it, she was enjoying it just as much as anybody else.
Oh yes.
It seems like she has a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Next roast, I want to go out when there's a blind person on stage and start slapping them.
Why aren't you stopping this? Why aren't you stopping this? Can't you see it happening to you?
A lot of people say that Jeffrey Ross is the roast master, but it could arguably also be said that you are the king of the roast.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what I say. I say I'm the king of the roast. and that's just my own unbiased opinion.
Right.
Oh, of course.
Of course. That's like Vinny says. Vinny says he has a very unbiased opinion of the comedy world. Like, for example, he is the funniest comedian on the planet. But, we of course know that you are the funniest comedian on the planet.
And in my unbiased opinion, I have the largest penis on the planet.
The fact
and it's not me talking.
The fact
it is me talking, but
the fact that you're a short-statured Jewish man plays nothing into it at all.
Oh, not at all. See, I like being short because it makes my penis look so much bigger. If my penis was on a tall person, it would be pathetic. On a short person, it's like, oh my God, it's like a fire hose. Jeez, look at that thing.
It's like an average it's like an average size adult penis on a baby. It's ginormous.
Yeah,
Oh man.
Oh man.
How did you get hooked up with Howard Stern? How did that all start? Because I know that you're a regular on the Howard Stern show.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been doing that show a long time. It was like the first time I went on it, it was just like, another radio show.
Right.
It was like people weren't even it was, I guess, the people who knew him, but it didn't explode like it did.
Right.
And then I went on, and I think I'm the entire secret to his success.
I wouldn't not believe you because you grew up in New York, right? I mean, that's where you seem to be doing all your work. Well, he was. I mean, I kind of grew up in like his heyday, and I'll be honest, I didn't listen to him all that much, but it seemed to be people were more kind of tuning into him because of how he was with his guests more than what he was on the radio. Like even if it was just a regular Joe Schmo on the radio, he would actually make it an interesting, bit, an interesting story, which was I think kind of tough for most of at first because he was just outrageous to most people. But when you or people like you were on, he made the show entertaining. So I think a lot of his success was the celebrities that were actually on. So good for him.
I don't think it was this phrase. I think it was just me.
No.
I was going to say, you don't think Gilbert's funny without Howard Stern?
Me and my humongous penis.
That I can't disagree with. That one.
Me, my incredible roasting abilities, and humongous penis.
See, that I'm definitely going to agree with.
Boy, he finally straightened you out, didn't he, John?
Certainly did.
What has provided your longevity, do you think? Obviously, aside from the fact that you are a hysterical comedian, but what has provided your longevity on that show, do you think? Because most people he'll have in for one or two things, and then he's done with them. But you're on fairly regularly.
I maybe it's like a freak show. Maybe it's like the same way he has like retarded people on his show. Maybe I'm in that category.
Well, let's hope not. Jesus Christ. Oh man. Is there any other show that you liked? I know you're a regular on the Tonight Show, or at least you were. Is there any other show that you like doing frequently?
Yeah, any show that'll have me. And on the Tonight Show, they've had me a bunch of times, and like I think 99 times out of 100, I'm usually in drag when I'm on this show. And
maybe Jay's got to tell us about something. I mean,
yes, and the worst part is I bring the dresses from home, so that's something I'm really ashamed of.
Well, that would have been a logical follow-up question. Was that your idea or their idea?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just totally mine. Yes, I'm a transvestite, but nothing to be ashamed of.
You don't want to get the surgery because then you don't want to get the surgery because then that would be a waste of a gigantic penis.
Exactly. It would be such a long surgery. Because the width alone is the size of Rhode Island.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that's very good.
Well, I'm going to throw the plugs out there again. You are going to be at the Stress Factory this coming tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, May 12th. Thursday night appearance by Gilbert Gottfried, and you can check him out at the Stress Factory. Call 732-545-HA-HA for tickets, or you can go to thestressfactory.com And, of course, Gilbert's book, Rubber Balls and Liquor, available through GilbertGottfried.com. You can go to Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, Borders, or Overstock.com are the big ones that are on there. How long is your DVD and your CD are also available? Gilbert Gottfried Dirty Jokes. Are those aren't been out for a little while though, right?
Yeah, I still call it my brand new DVD and CD, Gilbert Gottfried Dirty Jokes, because you figure in an eternity, 9 years is not that long.
No,
not to mention, if somebody's never heard of it, then it's new to them.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh, man. Well, Gilbert, we really appreciate you being on the show and taking some time out of your schedule to talk to us. And we hope to have you on again. We tried to get you on when you were down going to be appearing at Helium, but things just didn't work out.
Yeah,
but
I just put my foot down that time. Yeah. This time somehow you snuck through.
Well, we hope that we've changed your mind, and hopefully you will be on the show again with us sometime soon. We really appreciate having you, and we stand behind you 100%. We think that you are a very, very funny comedian, and we don't care what anybody else says. We like the type of humor that pushes the envelope and maybe tweaks at a little people's better judgment sometimes. We think that's hysterical, and that's the type of comedy that we like. So
yes.
We just want to let you know that, if you feel down one day and you think, geez, what am I doing with my career? You know that at least the radio freaks are behind you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, see, that's what depresses me.
Why do they always say that?
That's the thing that gets me down in the first place.
As it should.
Gilbert, thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. And if I'm ever in the studio, you'll have to rip down an extra wall for my penis. I have to unroll it.
We'll know you're coming because the tip will just start knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Yes.
It'll announce his arrival.
Most girls don't know when I'm coming, so...
Oh, God. Oh.
Oh, that was good. I like that.
Oh, that was very good.
Rubber Balls and Liquor, available through GilbertGottfried.com. Go check it out, and check him out tomorrow night. Go buy a book and then bring it to the Stress Factory tomorrow night to see Gilbert Gottfried. How about that?
And buy my brand new DVD, Dirty Jokes, because it's brand new, and the fact that it's not a kinescope.
There you go.
Fatty Arbuckle is opening for you in that DVD, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Will you be shaking babies and kissing hands tomorrow night?
Yeah, I'll be doing something with babies, and then I'll be dragged off by the police. And then I'll have to explain myself. The last time I did something with a baby, I lost the Gerber account.
Oh, wow. Oh, that is awesome.
That was brilliant. That was fucking brilliant.
Oh, man. Well, we're glad that we could get you laughing, even if it was just at us.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, thank you very much for I don't think I've ever laughed harder during an interview.
No, I don't think you have. God help me.
That's one thing that everybody comments about is that I laugh throughout the interview and that my laugh is very distinctive, but holy shit.
Can you blame him? Oh.
Stress Factory tomorrow night, stressfactory.com. 732-545-HA-HA for tickets. And if you bring your baby, Gilbert will do inappropriate things to it.
Yes.
He'll sign it, he'll kiss it.
With his enormously large penis.
That just makes it even worse.
All right. Let's wrap this up. Before we get ourselves... We're on internet radio. We can't get in trouble for saying anything. Yet somehow I think this is going to be the one that gets us in trouble. Somehow.
Someone's going to throw us into jail for this. I just know it.
Gilbert, thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, you'd appreciate anyone coming on this show, so it doesn't really matter.
It matters to us.
God damn, coughing.
Rubber balls and liquor available all over the place. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Overstock.com. It's also available as an ebook and audiobook. It's going to be brilliant. Friggin' amazing.
Yes, believe the words of Penn Jillette, Howie Mandel, Bob Saget, Paul Schaefer, Stephen King, and Jeffrey Ross. Just go out and buy the book.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Not that I've read it, but they still are in love with it.
They're going on good faith.
And I'm going to try and make it down tomorrow night, sir, so hopefully I'll get a chance to talk to you.
Oh, gee, I'll be so nervous.
As you should be, sir. As you should be.
Exactly. He's a big man.
Yeah, and by big, he means fat.
Yes.
Oh, shit. All right, Gilbert, thank you. Hopefully we'll have you on again soon. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.